Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Talk Tissue. We're very excited today. We'll be talking with Steve Peters, who's the president of Bedford Paper. So, Steve, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. We really look forward to this conversation, and we're excited to learn more about Bedford Paper.
And we're excited to be a part of your program, and excited to share what our journey ahead is at Bedford Paper.
Yeah, thanks. And I think for a lot of the industry, especially in North America, you might not be as familiar to a lot of people out there. So we're looking forward to learning some more. So can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Bedford Paper, maybe the history and who you are as a company?
Bedford Paper, we've been in business for a little over 10 years. We actually, years ago, acquired a company that was, I'm going to say, had very mature assets that did things that are not really core to our business today.
Sure.
As we became involved with more in Bedford Paper, the business run intact the way it was for a certain amount of years. About 5 years ago, we started to evolve the company into where we've become today and going forward.
Okay.
So today, our company doesn't look at all like it looked 10 years ago. Today, we have three primary operating lines in our main building, all highly automated, current day equipment. And we do a fair amount of contract converting on those, as well as we have our own Bedford Paper branded product. We have a second location at Current, not too far from our area, which we're located in Pierre, Wisconsin,
Nice.
which is basically just outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Our second facility is in Green Bay, about 10 miles from here. And we use that primarily for warehousing, and we have a couple of smaller lines that are a little bit more manual orientated at that particular facility. But this facility, our core competency is that we have a large breading multi-fold line. It's all commercial products running various different substrates. We have a paper converting 550 industrial line, making hard round towel, jumbo roll tissue, center pull, again automated. Both those lines connecting to a robot in the back end. So we're very lean in how we operate our machines. About 3 years ago, we installed another paper converting Forte line, 800 meters, an Omnia laminator, and a large accumulator with a lot of versatility in the back end, where we can service the away from home market and the retail market.
Mm-hmm.
So our back end, whether we're making kitchen roll towel or we're making standard bath tissue, again, we're making away from home products or retail formats, all the way from bundles into case goods, into poly packs and display pallets and so forth.
Wow.
We're very, very highly automated.
So you're making the full gamut of products, the full range of products there at your facility, and you're doing private label as well at that facility.
We do very little private label. So define private label. Again, we have our Bedford Paper brand.
Sure.
That we market within the Midwest.
And is that called Bedford? Is that called Bedford Paper?
Yes, it's called Bedford Paper.
All right, great.
And we'd be happy to show a couple cases of that product for reference. But our operating strategy is that the Bedford Paper brand is a portion of our platform, if you will.
Okay.
The other part of the contract business is that we do contract work for other companies that are in the tissue industry, whether they're branded or non-branded. We do very little private label. We do a little bit private label in a few particular circumstances, but it's really contract converting for another tissue company, okay, as well as our own brand.
Oh, okay, I understand. I think that makes very good sense. So a little bit about why this conversation came about and why we're talking to you today is we published an article recently about Bedford Paper purchasing a machine option from Infinity Machine right there also in Green Bay. Could you describe a little bit about, Infinity is a marketing partner of ours, and we love to highlight our marketing partners. And could you maybe describe a little bit about why you decided to go with Infinity on that project?
So, Bedford Paper, we've been on a strong growth program for several years, and all the way to the point that our current size of our building, we've outgrown our size of our building.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, we're in a secondary location. So we've been working in the local area to obtain a new parcel of land, which is just down the road from our current address by about half a mile. We've acquired 30 acres of land.
Wow.
We're building a 350,000 square foot building. We're going to consolidate the equipment that we have at both locations into this new location. As well as part of our expansion is that we've acquired some new assets. So in the acquisition of those assets, we've teamed up with Infinity to be on the backside of the tissue converting winder that we're going to have, where we'll have a dual leg system. We'll be coming out of a 2-log saw system, going into two wrappers, 2 bundlers, 2 case packers, and onto a fully robotic program where we can palletize virtually any format that you find at the retail end, or certainly at the away from home end. So we've got a lot of strength in what we're doing for the consumer market, but again, we can do many things on this particular line.
Yeah, it keeps you versatile. You can meet the demand or whatever that demand may be. So that's really right. Interesting.
And that's been our platform. So all the way with, I'd be remiss in not really talking about, what goes in the front of this. We've also aligned with Paper Converting, who's local within the Green Bay area. And we've acquired a brand new 800-meter consumer line with splicing on the back end. So we'll have 4 back stands, so we can take and have 4 parent rolls on there, but doing 2-ply to 2-ply product, full lamination, and much more control over the technology that we're having with this particular line. So the whole positioning of the line we put in 3 years ago and the line that we're putting in right now is that we have flexibility to service both the consumer and the commercial, market segment. This new line positions us much better and more forward relative to kitchen roll towel format.
It's a very strategic position you guys have put yourself in. So very, very impressive. The other thing I had there was talking about upcoming projects or any highlighting employees, job openings. Is there anything else you wanted to stress?
So, relative to our expansion, I mentioned our new building, 350,000 square feet.
Yep.
And right now, we break ground approximately May 1st. Our goal and our timeline with our builder is to be in the building in the first quarter of 2022. During the first quarter of 2022, we'll install our new equipment, and throughout that quarter, we'll work on relocating the existing assets from the existing building into the new building. One of the forward things I believe that we're a lot different than most other converting companies out there is that being an independent converter and our commitment to technology and our commitment to robotics puts us in a different operating platform relative to our business. We are able to operate on a very lean and more forward, with our people. And so if I go into other comparable companies and I look at the staffing that they might have compared to the staffing that we have, we're way ahead.
Sure.
And certainly you need to have available people. You need to have capable people. Being in the Green Bay, Pierre, Fox Valley area of Wisconsin, I don't want to say that it's plentiful, but the technology and the ability and the skill set of the people that we can attract is very lucrative for us.
Yeah.
We are not bashful in paying our people. I would say that in our industry as an independent, we are probably a leader, in my opinion, in our pay and our benefits to our employees.
Oh, wow. Very nice. So Steve, thank you so much for the time. I think our viewers will find it very beneficial, and I'm glad you were able to share so much and be so candid about what is happening at Bedford Paper. So thank you.
Brian, thank you very much for your time. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to help.
Yep. And we'll have a link to your website right in our video. So everyone watching, go visit Bedford Paper. Thanks again, Steve. Have a great day.